What's up YouTube, COD4Man221 here, and welcome back to another Current Affairs 2 Online Replay for Season 4. We are playing as the OKW, and we're going actually against someone I know. He's on my friends, the Swavy Bear. And it's kind of funny, he was matchmaking with some of his friends here. So it's going to be British versus Lipton and Max, who are the Wehrmacht, and I'm in the OKW here. So this is City 17. This map has been around, it seems like, forever, played many times. Should really be more like a 4v4 map only. 3v3 is kind of hard. So Max and Lipton are going to be taking the fuel and the victory point on the left side. And I'm going to be holding the center. And I'm going to briefly try to oppose them for the fuel on the right side here. But that's not gonna 2 versus 1 is not going to work out too well at the OKW. So I was typing, I don't even know why I was making an AT gun, which I'm going to cancel here in a second. You don't need an AT gun out this early. And yeah, I got my guys. So I'm going to be holding the center here. I wish I could have like a machine gun or something, but they could don't get that too early. Goodbye, Kubelwagen. It's good. It can maneuver behind enemy lines and capture territory. Anyway, Lipton has captured, well, he has units moving in to try to capture the high ground here. This is very important on City 17 to hold this high ground because it definitely overlooks the fuel. I'm sorry, that's Max. Max is green. Lipton's light blue. Look at that kind of maneuvering. His machine gun is going to be in trouble a little bit. He's going to get behind cover, though. He needs to get this set up. The other one can come over. We do have our munitions captured, which is good. I have captured this point here, and I'm going to go and capture the center. And yeah, they got suppressed here, and Grenadiers are now up from Lipton. So they may briefly have this field. If we look on this side, I have 1 squad here. But they have like 4 squads over here. It's 2 on 1. So on a 3v3, that's just what happens. Which kind of stupid is they put, like, I'm down here with 1 person, right in the corner here, and the guy up here is by himself. It should be the 2 versus 2, so they should have the 2 on the top, and then 1 on 1 on the bottom or something to make it more fair, because otherwise, this guy just get doubled, and then I get doubled. If I go down here. I'm just going to let them have this for a while. If they want to build defenses and get everything all set up, that's okay with me. But I don't have the manpower to oppose that. I just need to get our fuel. I need to get our center. Sorry, I need to get our victory point here and help defend our right flank. Now this one you can do actually. I am currently putting reinforced steel barricades behind this cover here. That will deny my opponents the cover, and I can still use it from this side. So just keep that in mind. It's good to deny your opponent cover if you have time to set up defenses. I'm also going to set up some barbed wire here and some mines. Now I figure, why not cut off the fuel if I can? So I have a Kubelwagen. By the way, I'm rocking the Anaconda skin. I just bought this. It's actually pretty cool. Looks like a snake skin, kind of. So that figure's doing a lot of damage. So I'm just going to decap it and basically fall back. And you can see Max is pushing them and taking their munitions very aggressively. We have to get this thing killed here, though. Lipton needs to turn his machine gun here. He's trying to do currently, but he has more Grenadiers coming in, and this should be the end of this for him. I think he's trying to save his Panzer fast because that was going to go down anyway. And I have my headquarters. Now we always talk about where you set up your headquarters. This is actually a pretty good spot. We have a nice little wall here to help protect, and it should be decent now. It was taking a little while to actually set up, so I have to actually reset it up here in a second. So one thing that I forget that Lipton was kind enough to remind me was that you need mines. Mines are critical in war, especially in Company of Heroes 2. It can be the difference between saving a tank or destroying a tank. If they run over one of these mines, it damages their engine every time. Sometimes it even immobilizes tanks, depending on what type of mine. Now that he's put this buffers here, I'm screwed. I cannot take this early on. That buffers will cover it completely. Anyway, did I set up mines yet? I have not. And a good spot, you know, set up a mine there. A great spot for a mine is right here, because as the unit comes over this train, they'll bunch up and they can actually get completely wiped out. So I've even pulled back. They're going to start taking this point. That is okay right now. We have our fuel secure, which is good, so it's a pretty even match so far. And they did take this. They took 6 of our fuel basically away. Use these points to be fuel now. And if he wants to come around the corner, I have my mines now set up. I'll gladly take him down. So I'm going to move in. And I'm throwing a flame grenade here and just going to push him out of the cover here. And his squad is going to lose that engagement here. So check this out. See my mine here? See they get kind of bunched up? So that whole squad just got wiped out. So I'm getting tested a little bit. They're kind of testing this right side here. They're testing this side. You bet I'm going to put another mine right there, by the way, after seeing those results. So I'm doing is I'm going to try to get a SturmTiger. So check it out. We have a nice little protective wall here. I'll protect their headquarters. I mean, I could have gone back a little further, but that's still pretty good. And I have a house here, so it's just a nice little protection spot. And then I'll put a command down here eventually. Now he has upgraded 5-man squads. This is significantly going to delay this guy from basically getting a tank. That's a lot of fuel. That's 35 fuel. You can see now I have Bren guns here. 5-man squads once again. It has a half track here to help reinforce. Well, they built a mortar emplacement, so you can actually see they garrison this. One thing I would not suggest is building these so close to each other. I may put the mortar behind the building here. I don't know. I don't think he gets that much more range by having it really close. But we're going to see what happens to that later. I'm getting an infrared half track. I want to be able to track where my enemies are coming from, because they can come from over here. They can come from here. I'm going to put some wire over here. So I'm being very defensive. It's a very passive game so far right now in the first 7 minutes, but I guarantee you there's going to be a hell of a lot of action coming up here. So I'm going to build some sandbags in the middle of the road here, because I figure they can try to push here, but they need to cut our wire here. Which I think they can actually... I don't think it can actually be cut. I think it can only be run over. So your men have trouble. I'm still building. Your men actually have trouble building. So he has a mine super cruise, so he sees that I have mines here, which is unfortunate. I think they're going to go hit it again here in a minute. So I got my guys behind cover here. We have a machine gun here. Infrared. Look at that Anaconda skin. That's just really cool. So I can actually see where his units are. The mines are hidden once again. I'm going after this sniper if I can kill him. So nice rifle grenade. Lipton did just wipe out a squad there, so I'm chasing these guys, but I'm chasing this side. I'm gonna have to kill this unit here in front of me first. These guys do have stens though, so I do have to be a little careful. But between our grenadiers, we did almost swipe those guys out. They're taking the point down here, so they need to respond to that. But yeah, it's just they're in negative cover in the street here, and it's just not a good position for them to be currently. I'm gonna bring back this unit, possibly to get healed up. So I'm gonna close the distance on these guys with my Storm Pioneers, and up close we will absolutely destroy this unit here. Look at this. Storm Pioneers are excellent units up close, so you just keep that in mind. And that squad got wiped out. So they're losing some units here. And yeah, we have another unit charging forward here. I think he was trying to get into a building or misclicked or something, because this doesn't seem like you just let your squad die like that. So I just wiped out 2 Scots of my Storm Pioneers early on, so this is fun. And yeah, that was him actually. He was in purple. He's actually lost. I don't think he has any more infantry actually. I think he has, yeah, he doesn't have... Let's highlight on him. I know I'm floating a ton of manpower, by the way. Yeah, I wiped out both his squads there. And that is gonna hurt. That is indeed gonna hurt. So what I basically need to do is I'm holding this area pretty well. We are wiping out squads. But I need to take away these standard points are 3 fuel, and the fuel itself is only 7. So by them controlling some of that, they're getting a lot of fuel here with map control. So I'm gonna go try to take this back. But yeah, you can see the grenades stun the unit, and then they get rifle grenaded, so that's a good 1-2 combination. They are just losing a lot of squads here. I got these darn minesweepers. So they can see this mine here, which is my real defense there. So I am still capturing, so they can't see me through the fog of war here. And yeah, they have Brens and Piets. Oh, that's kind of cool. He's using that. Well, that's not good. Remember my rule about building stuff that's right next to the enemy front line that can easily be destroyed. Now let's look at the British push here. Now if they were attacking from this side, that would have been genius here. So they have that sniper here. Lipton has strips here. If they threw a grenade, we'd lose so many men here. But we do have something. A mortar is in position here. We're outflanking them, and look at the sniper. It was a misclick. He's calling an attack order somewhere, and his sniper has died. So, unfortunately, they still used the cover here. I didn't realize that they're allowed to use this little section right here. So, this stuff all gets destroyed anyway. So, eventually. So what's nice is that I can actually heal up right here. That's my base. Since I have all this manpower, I should probably unlock the retreat point. I just flow manpower to the OKW. I just think it's their playstyle. So I'm actually going to get some overstock now. I see I have like 1,200 manpower here. You know, I have an AT gun, I have 2 Volkswageners, 2 Stormpioneers. I have all I really feel like I need right now, and I'm just saving up for tanks. Anyway, big assault coming down over here. They have tank hunting sections, flamethrowers. Oh, we even have these cool SturmTigers with the MP44s. But, nice grenade. Good, they're bunched up there. It stunned the unit. I think Piets are a little too effective against infantry units, if you ask me. So another squad just got wiped out here, and look, they're going to go into the mines here if they're not careful. No minesweepers whatsoever. They stop right at the mines here. He needs to fall back and stop surprising them and lure them forward here. I do not think he saw the mines there. I really don't. But his units are all like kind of blown up a little bit on this side, but they're all very injured. They'll fall pretty quickly to Panzer Grenadiers here. There's another squad wiped out. We're inflicting a massive amount of casualties on these guys compared to us. 5 losses, 19, 18, 30, and 26. He's only lost 8 units, those are just 2 squads I wiped out. So he's pushed out with even more reinforcements to try to take this point here. As long, you know, they can try to move over here, but I will see them, and we will shoot at them. So I do have some Obersoldaten. We have some very heavy infantry here. Elite infantry, that is. Build some sandbags. We're ready to do some damage. If the tank comes by, we will be ready. And by the way, they do have tanks. So we're going to do once again, you know, if you flank from the same route every time, I mean, then again, how many routes can they actually hit? This is blocked off. So they're in trouble there. I just use this ability because I have munitions. It's called a signal relay. So if we put on the fog of war, it lets me know they have tanks moving in. So I can see they have 2 tanks moving in. So I'm not going to shift any of these units over, because this tank could easily move up. And I see the infantry moving up also, the infrared half tracks. This is a great position actually for this thing. So Lipton's unfortunately going to lose this. But I have a big assault coming down here. I need these guys right here. These guys are shooting at the wrong thing. So we have 2 Panzer strike crews here. And his men are getting absolutely... Look at this danger close stuff again. So he actually wiped my squad there, which is very unfortunate. I did pick up a nice little Bren though for my units here. But we have they're pushing in the center here, and they do have some damage to their tanks. They do have an AT, so Lipton's kind of shifted more to the center to kind of help me out, while Max is holding the left flank here. And he's going right after that, so he needs some AT up to the front lines there. These guys are stunned. The stunning seems to be a great thing here. I'm trying to kill this tank here. But yeah, they're bunched up like that. The mortars just have been raining hell down on these guys. That's how many kills it has. 3. Okay, not too many kills. But it's also the damage it's doing. He's just leaving this unit here to die. That was a lot of... He put a lot of munitions in that. That was upgraded with the medical kit. And it was also upgraded with the Bren. So I'm going to try to pull this unit back here. The Overslot can handle it from here, and they're going to do that. So now the cover is on our side here. And yeah, they're pushed back. And I'm grabbing a Panther here. I cannot wait for a SturmTiger. They have tanks on the field I do have to worry about. I gotta say, the SturmTiger is like one of the best things about COH 2. It is just, it's one of the most, like if you use this correctly, it is like one of the most fun things to use ever. Especially against this. Alright, these are coming down here. Let's see if it kills anything. A tip you can use with the Panzerwerfer is if you know where the blob is, move to the left in them. So when they'll often walk into the barrage. You saw me do that with the Stuka-Sufus. So basically, target where you know the blob's probably going to go, because when you hear the artillery, you're going to move, right? It's natural in this game. Alright, my AT squad's back here. I'm healing up my units. No one is retreated. I could really establish as a full retreat point. And by the way, remember what we said about commandos, how they get killed by Oversoldaten and these troops here. Like I said, these guys do look pretty cool. And I can see them though. So I'm kind of daring. I'm hoping my opponent actually... I'm hoping Sweepy Bear actually just moves up and hits this flank here. His buddy's in the center again. I know he has units here. This is what's... I'm actually going to outflank him. I don't see any reason why I can't. But there's another tank coming. Actually, there's a center. So I'm asking for help in the center here. There's just too many. I don't have anything I could actually take that tank out of. He somehow got away. So as I move, my opponent is going to see this. I did this with my overslot on to these 2 Cromwells here. What he does not realize is that I have a tank right here. And I do have AT right here also, so he's got to be careful. So these guys need to be turned. They need to start shooting at that thing. I'm trying to focus on his tank, though. So I lost my gun crew. These guys are forced to fall back here. I'm going to try to take this out, which I do luckily there, because I don't have to turn and try to take out the Centaur. So they blew out my Kupelwagen here, and barely got away from the mines there. I'm going to hit his rear armor and try to destroy him, but I know there's other tanks on the field here, so I do have to be careful. And I'm not going to lose my tank. It's not worth it, because if I push up, look, there's a Cromwell, there's another Cromwell, I can lose my tank here. Then there's a tank here also, so... Yeah, that was... I mean, I killed the Cromwell, but overall I'd say I lost that engagement. However, he's going to move up, hit my mine. There you go. So his tank is basically dead in the water. And we're going to try to take out that tank, which we did. But now the other tank is damaged, and I want to take this guy out, but he's running too fast down the road here. I don't even know what's awaiting me here, so it's always interesting. Maybe a mine or something, so I'm going to let him get away just this time. It's not, you know, if I hit a mine like that guy's Cromwell did, I'm in trouble. So I do see there's an AT gun here, and by the way, that will get taken out by, I think we're going to take that out at some point here. Maybe even with the Storm Pioneers.
Unit ready.
Yeah, we're gonna take this guy out. I can't actually, should be salvaging these wrecks here, but I'm not. I kind of forget that ability sometimes with the OKW here. Unfortunately, we still can't push into this area because of the buffers. So I'm gonna need to have someone take that out. We have captured this area back, and we're still holding the fuel up here.
Battle damage estimates show the enemy.
So they're down to 300 points to this area here. So I am repairing, and I have manned this with my cheapest unit. I man it with some of these Volksgrenadiers here. And this unit's gonna get in position here. So I have to get my Storm Pioneer squad the hell out of here. They're gonna get themselves killed. I was actually very lucky I even got that squad out of there. So I was gonna try to flank and attack that position, but this guy's definitely occupying my attention. I'll put another mine down here. We have an AT that has been moved up. AT units are getting in position here. See the gathering before the flank attack here. See, Panthers have not been upgraded with the munitions to get a machine gunner to make them good against infantry. You know, he actually discovers my unit right here. I'm trying to hide my Panther from him. I don't want him to know it's over here. Too late, he turned his AT gun and started hitting me with it. Check it out, though. I have a SturmTiger. Guess what my first target's gonna be? Right here. And goodbye. So the Centaur is gone, and I also have to a squad with that. So I won this round, my friend. Yeah. The SturmTiger is so much fun, and some people hate it, but it is. I love it. Absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite vehicles in the whole game. He really doesn't like them. By the way, your next great target is going to be this area right over here. So I'm going to reload, get my troops set up here. We're going to try to make a push onto that side. Anyway, they have some Cromwells over here. You think he needs to invest. They need to invest in some heavier tanks, like maybe a Comet. Or an Easy 8. Easy 8, sorry, Sherman Firefly. Or a Comet would be good.
Relay orders.
Allied barrages are coming over here. We're trying to take out the mortar. I find that the rocket barrage is good against infantry, but not against emplacements like this. Like a Sugus would be much better that I could possibly make. But I have to worry about population cap too.
Ready to execute.
Since I have all this fuel and I'm pretty happy with what I have, I'm going to build a mechanized area right here. A mechanized regiment headquarters. And look at that. He just shot me, so I know he has a tank there. So we are all reloaded and we are ready to fire. I gotta say, the SturmTigers must have been used for like bunker busting back in World War II. How big a shell they are now. The reload kills it. It takes like 50 seconds for this thing to reload. So I'm gonna take the fuel. I'm gonna cut off their fuel again. I think this actually cuts off their fuel because I know this point. I think on the map here, because maybe these points are touching me, it'll solve their fuel, but I might as well cut off some of that area there. I'm afraid of his rockets on that thing, but if he's not careful, this guy can one-shot him. You know, you got like a tank rush over here. 5 tanks. Yeah, one Panther can't take on 5 of these tanks here, including 2 Sherman Fireflies. Wow, that was an unlucky hit there. They're just getting my allies getting destroyed in the south here. So they asked for some help. So I'm gonna try to send my Panther there to help them. But I'll see that there's 5 tanks here. Oh, Max, you should have gone around the building back here. absolutely devastating, this attack here. I did not see this during the match. I mean, I see tanks at our base, and I'm like, what's the problem? Anyway, they're going to try to flank around here. It's not C, but I have my SturmTiger right here. And goodbye. So we don't need to collapse that house, so we just took out a Sherman Firefly. Anyway, I'm going to try to kill these tanks, trying to let them get out of here. Then they pushed way too far here. Now we have a lot of tanks around here. So that's, out of the 5 tanks that participated, we've killed about 3 of them here. I really didn't want to let that guy get away, but I'm just getting destroyed here. Almost losing my tank here. So I gotta repair my own tank here, but that helped out. But our tanks need to definitely be pulled back and repaired. That was brutal. I think they lost. I mean, Max got devastated there. He lost his Panther and his Rock Guide Morpher. I still haven't reloaded. I wasn't sure if I needed to move this guy or not, but he's paid for himself. He's killed a Sherman Firefly and a Centaur, which is a lot. They've captured that back. They're gonna lay some mines, and they're trying to be like me, the mine expert. Just kidding. I think this is one of the first videos in this season I've used mines effectively. So now we're in a nice little repair area here. And look at this. They're gonna start landing gliders behind my lines. And this could actually work. I mean, it's getting shot to pieces, though. He actually should have gotten destroyed there.
Has been permanently established as a
so now I have engineers here also to help repair my tanks. It's actually pretty nice. Headquarters are a little bit together. And he's actually probably going to destroy this fuel cache over here that I built. So I need to respond to this. I am engaging units up here, though. And I have established this as a forward headquarters, I believe. Yes, I have. So it's now our forward headquarters. If I retreat, I'll retreat to there. So I really don't want to kill my... I figured... I'm supposed to actually didn't kill any of the commandos. But I figured since I was gonna... This got destroyed anyway, I might as well move it. I mean, besides harassment purposes, those commandos are doing nothing. I mean, they're harassing. That's okay, I guess. He just saw me fire and made me up with his Cromwell here, but I have a Panther. See, I saw his Cromwell there because of the infrared. And I'm actually hitting him through the things here. He's gonna bag up. This is smart. He's actually gonna... At least here we're both turning our tanks here, trying to get our rear armor exposed. And I lost any. My shell bounced off the back of Cromwell armor as a Panther. Like the 200 field of Panther cost. It's ridiculous.
Grenadier are on the line. Orders complete. Standing by.
So I have my repair guys here. I need to move my overset on to take back the territory he's currently taking over here with his commandos. But I do need to relieve some pressure on this side over here. They have an AVRE now moving up. Maybe they could shock him with some, I don't know. The AVRE is very, very good against infantry. They even have a, wow. What pounder is this again? I think it's 17 pounder, that's right. They're hitting with the AT gun back here. This is very smart. They're bracing the structure so it cannot fire. Anyway, down here, even by the sheer threat of me about to shoot at this area here, they're forced to pull back. I captured this, but unfortunately the commanders are going to come over here. And they can capture points very, very fast, it seems like. Anyway, he can have that for right now. I'm going to take out the fuel here. I do want to show this. Let's get a nice little camera angle here. See the 2 Overslot Panther and a SturmTiger. Very nice little combination here. So you guys are probably thinking, that guy's scratching his head. Doesn't know the impending doom that's about to hit him. Boom. Now, surprisingly, that did not completely destroy them in one hit, but it did a hell of a lot of damage.
Prepare yourself.
Now I can move forward and destroy it with my tank. I'm going to start reloading right here. I feel pretty confident with my Panther over here. And I do have 18 units moving up, so... He's trying to get a battle group ready up here in the north.
Contact! Enemy infantry!
This commando strayed a little too far, and they're getting killed. They're going to call down heavy artillery here, which will absolutely destroy the hell out of me. This is the air supremacy operation, and these guys are going to absolutely... These heavy bombers are going to come in. It is a massive amount of munitions to do this. Look at the map here. Trying to shoot him down. Look at that. They managed to wipe out my headquarters and take out this 3-story building here. However, I don't really need that anymore. I have my Panther and Sped 2. So we did take out the 2 things here. We had these guys with their Panzer Straks, the 18. And this guy's now all good here. Sending down another glider. We're starting to lose, but the Tiger Ace is out here. You don't really see the Tiger Ace too much anymore on the field here. It used to be ridiculous. Now he's capturing this. This is not okay. I'm going to take this point back here. I've captured the victory point on this side, so they're going to be... Even if they have that victory point on the left side, which they don't, they're going to be in trouble. I don't have any units ready to help out here. I even lost my infrared half-track. No, I actually moved it. It's kind of scouting along this area here to see what may be coming. So I'm going to take this back with some oversold on. So I'm basically taking over the right side of the map again. And yeah, these 2 guys are going to kill these commandos. Great matchup here. We have the stormtroopers. Yeah, stormtroopers were first founded in World War I for the German Empire here, when they were the Empire at that point. Anyway, I'm talking to Lipton or this, and I'm like, hey Lipton, can I actually salvage this? So I actually like salvage something. So I guess I learned as the match went on. I just want to get this thing the hell out of here too. Anyway, Cromwell's moving up. It does not scare me, but there's a Firefly behind it. So he doesn't see this guy has a decent range. Too late, crew dead. And the Firefly's going to be in trouble here. Now we can reman this. I'm going to try to take out this Firefly. And I'm going to flank around over here. And kill the Firefly if I can. And now that is gone. And I got news for these commandos. If this guy reloads, I can absolutely destroy those guys in that building. Once again, though, my guy's missing. I don't know if there's any mines around here. I don't want to get my tank killed. He is hitting me from longer range, and I can't even see him, so I'm going to pull back here. I'm going to pull back and repair. But we've now... We hold most of the map here, and the glider is gone now, so... That's a lot of manpower on those commandos. Now, I'm basically pretty comfortable with what forces I do have on the field, and so that's why I'm just floating a lot of manpower and fuel. I guess I could rebuild. I could put one of these guys out and rebuild my headquarters, but I'm not going to use anything from it. There's not really a point. And if I get a lot of losses, something I can rebuild a lot of these horses on very quickly. It's a good thing I collapsed the right flank here, and we have both fields because they are pushing really hard on this side here. We're only down to 50 points here, but they have like 4 tanks over here, 5 tanks over here against the Panther. Where did that Tiger Ace go? Up, it's getting repaired. The AVRE is a tank, literally. It is very hard to kill. You can see we have a sniper over here. We've seen it running away. Everyone's shooting at this AVRE here. That was the AVRE's explosion there. Trying to kill the rockets here. Rockets are extremely powerful. But yeah, they're just charging off the hill into the fire of these guys here. Main gun has been destroyed. They're popping smoke here for him. It is absolutely brutal tank battle on this side here. I don't know what the hell this guy is doing, but he needs to blitz back. Another tank has been lost here.
25 points remaining. Victory is at hand.
So they have taken the hill, but keep in mind, I'm trying to send my tank over here to help. Actually, here's what they're doing. They're just going to collapse on the center where I don't have any defenses. I actually have literally just an AT gun. So they're going to shift over. I'm going to keep some units here, though, right, to protect this. I'm going to keep both of my Storm Pioneer squads over, but I'm going to send majority, like my heavy infantry, the Oxidon, and this guy here.
You're ready. Send orders.
Actually, I see this Cromwell here, and I may try to take it out. Now they're going to pull back. So I see all this infantry here, and I'm like, who wants to fight me? So I only have 6 kills on this, but it did take out 2 vehicles. I'd love to hit this blob here if I could. I overstood on here to do that, though, and if these guys aren't careful, he's going to fall back there. I'm going to cancel that. Quick stop here. Vet 2 with this guy. So I push back all his infantry here, but they do have a, keep in mind, they do have this guy right here. Both rockets. So I'm trying to hold back the center here. I'm like, there's a lot of tanks over here. We need these guys repaired ASAP. I lost my tank here. They only have 6 points left, though. They're trying to take this point over here, but I have these troops back here that should be able to wipe out this squad quite easily. King Tiger out with the Anaconda pattern. And I will take this back as long as we can hold the center. This point is going to be pretty hard. He's actually just running over troops here. I need help in the center here from my allies. Heavy artillery is coming down here. I destroyed that, managed to wipe out, you know, a squad there and most of the commandos. My men are reinforcing back here and healing up. I gotta reload this guy, he's getting repaired. King Tiger's coming up from the field here. This is a very cool pattern here. Again, we're just gonna run over units with this. Look at that. He just ran over like a whole squad. I'm gonna end this right now. So he's out of control now, but he did run over like a bunch of troops here. I'm gonna hold these guys at bay here. With my troops. And I'm gonna capture this here. They did take over, they smashed the whole left front here though. Look at this King Tiger is here. And good our opponents, it was fun playing against, especially got on my friends list here. Here are the kills and deaths here. I didn't have a lot of kills. I was able to hold the center though. Lipton did help me out a decent amount, but getting our opponents is definitely a fun match, and the results for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode. COD4Man221 signing off.